Hey guys, how you doing? Okay, so it's Friday night, just gone up to 6:30 in the evening, and I've just completed Uncharted 2. Wow, I mean seriously, this game is just absolutely stunning. For all the hype it's had, for all the reviews I've seen on YouTube, for everybody in the gaming community that said this game is brilliant, you're absolutely bang on. To me, this met my expectations and went even higher. After playing Uncharted Drake's Fortune, I was just blown away. I love that game so much. As I've said before, I've completed it 3 times in a row on hard mode, and every time I watched every FMV, I played the game solidly. I loved every minute of it. This game is just amazing. It just takes everything that made Uncharted Drake's Fortune brilliant and doubles it, if not triples, quadruples. It's just a phenomenal game. It really does live up to the hype and more. And anyone who has a PlayStation 3 that has not played the Drake's Fortune or Uncharted 2, pick up both games and just play them because they're amazing. If you haven't got a PlayStation 3, if you're going to get one in the future, the first games you've got to play are Uncharted 1 and 2. Just everything about this game is epic. Right from the beginning, the story is really well told, really well written. The actors are absolutely superb as always. You know, the cutscenes are like mini movies. You know, you're watching it and you're really getting engrossed, and it's such an emotional experience. I mean, it makes you laugh a lot, and you find yourself preempting things. Like I was playing the other night, and I was writing a massive gunfight, and it all kicked off, and I was like, I can't remember exactly what happened. Something happened at the end of the level, and I sat there and went, oh shit, and then like as soon as I said that, Drake was like, oh shit, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. It's just absolutely brilliant. It just really makes me smile a lot, and it's just so many like, oh crap, what's going to happen next sort of moments. And the ending was just beautiful, really nice ending. Definitely the right ending for the game, and yeah, it's going to be a fantastic third game when it comes out. I can't wait to see where they're going with it next. I have to say the characters in the game superb. You know, obviously you've got Drake, you've got Sullivan, you've got Helena, epic characters from the first game. You've now got 2 new characters as far as you've got Flynn, who's Drake's friend. I'm not going to give away any of what happens in the story, because if you haven't played the game, I don't want to spoil the story for you, obviously. You also have Chloe, who's a new female, who's like somebody Drake's had a relationship with in the past, and now she's like helping him out when she can, and she's a really great character, really well defined and well acted, and really bounces off Drake well. And you've got this really cool sort of love triangle between Drake, Helena and Chloe, which works brilliantly. And Sullivan's just awesome. I love Victor Sullivan. The guy that does his voiceover is just brilliant. There's a level at the beginning of the game where you're running through the Borneo jungle, I think it is, and it's just you and Sullivan, and the AI is so good on Sullivan because like it's brilliant. It's like basically he's running along and he's like taking out guys on the mountain tops, and then you can like flank while he's doing that, and it just works perfectly. It's not really dumb AI that doesn't actually help you. It's just so brilliantly executed. Graphically, the game is just, I've never seen anything like it. It is hands down the most beautiful graphics on any game I've ever played on any system since I ever started playing games on the Commodore 64. It is just such an amazing feat. I mean, the level of detail, the levels is like, you see level 1, you think, wow, that's really impressive. You go to level 2, it gets better and it gets better and it gets better, and it's like every level is just like one notch up. I mean, for me, the standout level graphically is quite far away into the game. It's you're in this like, it's before the monastery. It's how to explain to you how to run the story. You end up in this mountaintop monastery section, and there's an old guy called Schaefer, who's an old treasure hunter, and basically you have to go and do a task for him, and you've got a guy with you who's your like spotter. He just helps you out basically. And that level, you're walking through the village, and the level of detail and the little things, like there's like little kids running around the village and playing hide and seek behind the wall, kids playing football, and you can kick the ball back to them. It's just amazing. It's just like a real life village. It's like, it really is. It's like you had games like Dragon's Lair in the past, which were like attempting to be like sort of like playable movies. Well, this is what a playable movie is. It's just absolutely amazing. As far as the gameplay is concerned, I've covered the graphics and the characters and the acting and the story, all superb. The gameplay itself is obviously the core, most important part of any game, and this has bucket loads of it. It has an absolutely perfect balance between action with some fantastic shootouts. I mean, the gunfights are just unbelievable. I'm literally sitting there, my palms are sweating. I'm having to keep rubbing my hands on my jeans because to hold the joypad, I'm that nervous when I'm playing the game, and I'm trying to think on my feet, and it's like I've got a bloke over there, got a bloke over there, got an RPG over there, I've got a helicopter. It's like, where's the cover? Should I take him out? Should I take him out? Should I take the chopper out? It's like you've really got to think, and it's absolutely brilliant the way they did that. So it's a perfect blend of action and adventure. There's some nice puzzle solving as well. It's just wow. I mean, the game is just phenomenal. There's vehicular combat as well, which I love. There's a fantastic sequence where you're jumping from truck to truck trying to shoot these bad guys, and I just love that. Oh, it's amazing. But like, I also noticed something really strange, and maybe it's just me, I don't know. If anyone else has noticed this, please let me know. I don't know if the developers of Uncharted 2 are like massive gamers from like way back, because I don't know how old the guys are that made the games. But I noticed a couple of like strange things that to me seem like nods to games of past. One in particular was you're on a train level. You're running along this train, you get all the way to the end of the train, and the gunship helicopter comes flying alongside you. And there's I think it's a tank that's sitting on top of the train, and it's got a gun turret with two big turrets, yeah. What do you call them? Two big barrels. That's it, two barrels. And you sit inside the turret and you swing around the barrels like that, trying to shoot the gunship down. And straight away, I thought of a game on the Commodore called Beachhead. It's an old I think it's a World War II game, and it's basically just the same thing, like a turret with two barrels, and you're gunning down planes, and it just felt like that. I was like, man, that's like a major nod to Beachhead. It might not be, but that's what I got when I played it. And then there's another sequence, the bit I was on about before, the monastery, when you're walking with your guide, you go inside like an ice cave, and you're wandering around, and like at the top of the screen, you see a black shadow of this beast, and like Drake's like, what the hell was that? And to me, that was like another world, or as it was on the consoles, it was another world on the Amiga. On the consoles, it was out of this world. And there's a bit at the beginning of that game where you see this beast on the mountaintop in the past, and it just reminded me of that straight away, and I thought, what a cool thing. I mean, I don't know if those are legitimate nods to old games, or it was just something that made me think of that, but oh man, this is just brilliant. I just can't say enough about how good this game is. It is absolutely fantastic. 10 out of 10, without a doubt. I'll never give games a 10 out of 10 because I don't think any game deserves it, because there's always going to be things that piss you off about a game, but I just can't. This game does not piss me off in the slightest. There was the only time I got really angry playing this game was like last night at like midnight. I was tired and I was right at the end of the game, and I got to the last boss battle, and I was on this boss battle. I was getting so pissed off because I just could not work out how to get him. I mean, I knew what to do, but I just couldn't do it. I just kept getting killed and killed and killed. The joypad was being thrown down and bouncing off the sofa, and I was getting so frustrated. And I was like, oh! And then the game. And this is what really vexed me. I was playing it and I got knocked, and then the game froze mid-battle. The whole console just froze up, which happened to me on Uncharted Drake's Fortune as well. It happens at a specific point on Drake's Fortune when you're fighting those mutant bloody things, those Spanish that have gone mutants, and you're running down a tunnel, and as I'm doing that, it almost freezes for some reason. So that was a bit annoying. That's a niggle that I don't know if it's going to do it again. I'll find out when I play through again. So I hope this doesn't freeze again, because it's brilliant. But that was it. I mean, that boss battle. I mean, I was talking to Ty's Wayne about it earlier, and he said himself. He said he had this problem with the boss battle. Boss battle's like right shit. But yeah, I mean, basically it's a massive game. Loads of levels, chapters as they're called. The story is just fantastic. I mean, like, to be honest, I would just watch like 2 hours or so, or however many hours it is of the FMV sequences, and not play the game itself. Just watch the story as a movie. I know I'm sure there's been word that there is going to be a film of this, and I hope to God they do, because it'd just be absolutely brilliant to get the right actor. Maybe Matt Damon. I don't know. Looks like he could look like a bit of a Drake. I think he could pull it off. But just epic, absolutely epic. It's going to take something special to beat this game. It really, it really is. It's just amazing. I completed it on hard mode, so I've now got my trophies for hard, easy, and very easy. I'm going to attempt to play crushing mode, but I did try that on Drake's Fortune, and there was no way I could do it. I got halfway through the game and got stuck. Whether I could do it on Uncharted 2, I don't know. I'll give it a shot, but I know there's certain parts of this game, like in particular there's one where you're on a rooftop where there's a helicopter, and a couple of guys, one with an RPG, and you've got to run across rooftops to try and take this helicopter down. No, it wasn't a helicopter. I got obsessed with helicopters. It was a tank. That was it. So it was a tank on the floor, and that was really hard. Trying to do that on crushing mode, I'm going to get stressed. But yeah, overall, all I'm going to say is this game. If you want a fantastic action adventure game with puzzles, with fantastic storylines, great acting, awesome characters, something that will just really pull you in, and you won't want to put the joypad down and just be obsessed with it for days on end. Then go and play Uncharted 2. Go buy it now. That's all I can say. If you haven't played Uncharted 2, buy Drake's Fortune, finish that, play Uncharted 2, and you'll not be disappointed. Absolutely fantastic game. Greatest game I've ever played in my entire life, and that's a big thing to say, but I'm standing by it. It's awesome. So yeah, guys, Uncharted 2 Among Thieves, fantastic, best game ever, and if anything comes along to beat it, I'll be amazed. So yeah, go and pick up a copy if you haven't. If you've already played it, let me know what you think in the comments below. Make your own video response and all, that'd be great if you want to do that. Awesome. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all again soon.